Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Thursday, October 30, 2025. Well, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We're having a reverse aging health call and all the rest tomorrow night after 9:15 p.m. Eastern. You want to make sure you're in a comfortable position. Relax into your body, still as a statue, no outside distractions. Focus on your breath rising and falling. Let us be silent, lest we may hear the whispers of God. Ralph Waldo Emerson. The kingdom of God is within you. Everyone has this innate connection to the great inner kingdom, not just a sacred few. They call it, it's the Buddha, Christ, consciousness. It isn't a being, it's a description or definition, meaning enlightened one. Now, the interesting thing is that we all have it, but the majority of us don't know it. And in order for it to kind of spark up and start shining, we surrender to it. We are already connected to this amazing state of consciousness right now. But you may not feel it because the mind is blocking the way. Only when the mind becomes completely relaxed and trusting of life can it be fully revealed. When you fall naturally into the deepest stillness and silence within you, you'll discover this awesome enlightening consciousness is already there. Christ consciousness is the highest state of consciousness that there is. There is nothing more loving, accepting, insightful, appreciative, and jovial than this enlightened state of mind. Believe it or not, this is our most natural state. When we choose to be at peace with ourselves over everything else in this universe, we naturally begin to connect with this deeply profound spiritual healing energy that resides at the core of our being. We constantly overlook these higher states of consciousness because the mind is so preoccupied and clinging to its extensive variety of desires, thoughts, fears. And the mind basically becomes so busy that it forgets that a more enlightened experience of life is available to explore in each new moment. Many of us were all taught as children how powerful and important the mind is. And so we blindly follow the mind. We tag along, remain extremely close to it, and believe in it wherever it goes. And unknowingly, we waddle along from one thought to the next, grasping onto every dip and wiggle like we are the chicks. And it's the great mama duck. You may find that weeks, months, and years can pass by where you are consistently following the mind for 24 hours a day, around without a break. We may even believe that we have no other choice than to hang on the tail of the mind and be pulled along with its desires forever. The mind's hypnotic spell over us is deep and yet extremely tantalizing, as we may feel lost without it, and are often happily caught in its habit of reaching into this delicious world of desires. Sometimes it happens in a rare moment or situation in life that we suddenly stop following the mind. A deep relaxation occurs, and we realize that we do not have to follow our thoughts at all. We eventually comprehend that our desires will manifest for us at the right time. And so we can simply bask and enjoy the expansive glory of the great universe around us. It is from this mind stopping space that a deeper inquiry arises within to find where is the source of this mind. When we peer inside to see where our thoughts are originating from, it causes the mind to become very quiet. And it is this silence which unlocks the door to finding our connection with the Christ consciousness within, the enlightened consciousness. The greatest magical moments of our lives manifest the moment we step back from our desiring, seeking, searching, needy mind. And when we rest into the stillness at the center of our heart, the mind must let go. Life instantly becomes a serene, perfect, and naturally centered experience. We feel there is an eternity ahead of us in this healing space. We stop trying to create, achieve, or change anything in this world. It feels so good just resting here with existence, revealing our natural divinity, while appreciating and accepting the entire universe as it is. It is in the merging of a quiet, trusting mind and the deepest relaxation in the body where the Christ consciousness abides. Discovering this place inside you will heal many layers and lifetimes of doubt, worry, and fear. The enlightened state enters us automatically. It enters us automatically when the mind stops, truly stops. And when the mind stops, our consciousness expands and we enter that state. They happen simultaneously, as if they were two sides of the same coin. The very moment we become completely relaxed and at peace with everything in this life, this highest consciousness must move into us and act through us. It has no other choice. I am a human being just like you, but at the same time, I am God. And that quote was from Jesus, or Yeshua, taken from the Gospel of St. Thomas. Another enlightening tip to reveal the Christ consciousness within you, enlightened consciousness, takes a little creative exploration and personal commitment, because this amazing enlightened state is so precious, powerful, and transforming. It resides in the place we would least expect it to be. Our consciousness, our enlightened consciousness, is not discovered through pushing to find the highest experience or attempting to resist or avoid the lower experiences. It's not found from trying to only think positive thoughts, not rejecting those fearful parts of yourself that are not so positive about life. This consciousness is much bigger than the mind and is something that finds you when you're naturally at peace with both extremes. When you are walking the middle path of this life, that place which is free from any clinging to the higher and resisting the lower, a great feeling of freedom enters you. There is no struggle, no change, anything in life on the middle road. We see that our consciousness is completely perfect. It knows everything is perfect as it is. There is this feeling of extreme peace. And we know we have already arrived at the great kingdom. So it's not trying to get anywhere special. The best part, however, is that the mind becomes crystal clear. and is no longer running the show. We become liberated from the demanding, striving, obsessive ego and realize how wonderful it is to relax, enjoy the simple experience of being alive. Only through finding this middle way in every action, thought, and situation we are in can we transcend our clinging mind, surrender to Source, and discover an effortless freedom from our relentless ego. On the path of surrender, our highest consciousness becomes infused in everything that we do, because the mind is no longer pushing towards what it wants. It's not trying to get away from what it doesn't want. We can actually relax in the experience of now. We suddenly find it very easy to let go of those typical issues which normally irritate and worry us, because we are so enthralled in amazing natural expanses of the divine universe flowing all around us. You can lose only what you cling on to. Buddha. It's important to know that the society around you has hypnotized everyone to believe it is quite normal to live in states of desire, struggle, and suffering. You need this and have to buy that in order to be happy. And without it, you cannot relax and just be content with life as it is. Humanity has gotten used to being needy, and this causes loads of suffering. A habit of resting and relaxing and stillness, acceptance of life as it is so cosmic, empowering, and transformative, you'll never go back to striving for anything again. Be patient with yourself, as this suffering habit is accepted by everyone. This entire society are like children who have been given one pair of shoes to wear at birth, and years later they are 5 sizes too small. We've all been wearing these tiny shoes for so many years that we have just accepted the experience that life typically is small, tight, and confined. These small shoes come in many styles and forms, such as a plethora of rules, regulations, laws, moral superstructure of an overly controlled, untrusting society. We are all wearing tight, tiny little wooden shoes and don't know how to take them off. We have shrunken ourselves to fit into them and believe that this is who we are. We don't so easily accept that this consciousness, this enlightened consciousness, is our basic nature and our soul's natural destiny. Everyone is blindly following around the ego-driven mind, and so we should do what is normal. Otherwise, we won't fit in and find happiness. What everyone really should be doing, first thing every morning, is break free from this mass societal hypnosis and realize that the enlightened consciousness is our very nature. When we stop running to catch up with the other rats and sit and realize that finding an enlightened way of seeing life is the most important thing we can do with our time, we started living a new life that is constantly bubbling up joy, creativity, love, and energy within you. And after a few days of this, you'll find suffering has stopped showing up on your radar. I invite you to explore what it's like to feel these tiny shoes. Now, if you continue tolerating and ignoring them, it's like tossing a fat bucket of mud splattered all over your windshield and then just learning how to deal with it. Do you honestly believe that you should continue trying to see the road ahead through that little half-clear spot in the bottom corner of your windshield and keep driving even faster? The ego is too stubborn and addicted to old habits and would never think to pull over. Stop the car, get out, completely wash the entire thing off. Pay attention to the stillness, the silence more often. And there will come a day when you will experience the ego is not really running this show. It never has been running it. It's an illusion. This inner silence is what enlightenment is all about. Washing everything off, cleaning yourself from the mind muck and incessant chatter that's constantly squeezing you and compressing your life. When you're with people, do not try to fit into the smaller pair of shoes so others feel more comfortable with the bigger ones. Society will never be satisfied with you, with who you truly are. It's just not comfortable allowing everyone's enlightened consciousness to move freely about until absolute trust of the individual and no need for controlling rules and regulations. You stand at the edge ready to throw yourself in. What a shock to discover there is nowhere to go and no one to throw from soon. Now, I'm not saying that our society is totally wrong. It's just asleep. It doesn't want to recognize, it doesn't care to recognize this enlightened consciousness in every being. It thrives off of suffering. And the government would go out of business if we all awaken to our sovereign state, connecting with our enlightened consciousness inside. It will take everything you've got inside you to stand up, be strong, and liberate yourself from the mass hypnosis. And when the enlightened consciousness is awakened in you, you will know. You will feel unstoppable in everything you do and totally trust that wherever life decides to take you, it's always guiding you home. What I want more than anything is that you learn how to trust yourself. If you've been driving for years with a massive mud cake on the windshield of your car, a deep cleaning and brainwashing may be needed. Start with affirming to yourself that you can trust yourself every day in every way. Feel what trusting your heart is like. How does it resonate inside? Realize that remaining at 100% trust is the enlightened state that knows everything is perfect as it is. Meditate on this thought. Starting today, continuously. You can do it for 90 days or more. Notice how your body, mind, and life tend to respond. Enjoy it. Give love and give deep, eternal love, acceptance to those you encounter. And notice what happens. Wayne Dyer. The ego will not allow you to see the reality because it says, I am separate. The moment the tree thinks it is separate from the earth, it starts dying. The tree has to know that it exists only as an extension of the earth. Then it is nourished and fed by the earth. Only then is it at home, Osho. It's like no difference than we think we're separate from God. And we are not. This world is filled with people. You've seen them, you've probably watched and experienced, who feel they've lost their way. Right in this very now. Many are facing divorce, drowning bills, cannot sleep, massively overweight, deeply depressed, eating dead food, deeply unhealthy, and perhaps they've lost a family member, their soulmate, or even their house, financial security, or worse, the hope for a better future. And yes, life can get so intense at times that some people feel they have even lost their minds. And when it comes down to it, we have all experienced some form of loss. Yet whatever it is that we lose along this grand adventurous journey, no matter what it is, we must choose to also realize that it is a precious gift teaching us the sacred art of letting go. And the ultimate truth here is that we cannot take anything with us when we do die. There are no cell phones, emails, bills, car payments, or bank accounts outside these bodies. There is just love, pure, deep, eternal love, and an eternity of time to enjoy it. And when this body has served its time on this earth and is done here, we take nothing with us but our own life experiences, love, and consciousness. So your life experiences, love, and consciousness are the most precious items that you are carrying right now. So make them your number one priority. Over all your ego's needs, fears, wants, wishes, demands, and desires, you will find your life suddenly becomes much easier and simpler to live. Now, we all need some guiding light to show us where to go in this life. This greatest light that you will ever discover is not in the outer world, yet deep inside at the very core of consciousness, the light of pure awareness. If you look close enough, you'll see that it has a direct, consistent connection that is flowing to and from the actual God source itself. You could miss experiencing this amazing connection because you're paying more attention to your thoughts about it instead of the actual light of pure awareness. So simply place your attention only on pure awareness and nothing else. See what happens. Try it for the next few minutes. Notice if something shifts in how spiritually connected you feel inside. Often, the moment when we forget about our brilliant light of awareness, the mind instantly takes over, tends to point itself towards its desires. It wants to achieve things, to be happy, successful, fulfilled, or heal negative experiences from the past, as it believes these are the main reasons why we are not happy today. Yet these aren't the real reason why we continue this habit of remaining caught in some emotional gutter. The real reason why we remain stuck in yesterday's old news is because we haven't learned how to create a solid, trusting connection with the God source, the source of absolute, deep, eternal love. We have forgotten that the God source is real, that it's instantly available, and that it's here right now. Super easy to access, and the great golden secret, how we can all truly enjoy this precious life again. See, we can't fail at anything in life when we are feeling connected with this great, deep, eternal loving source within. And when we are feeling our soul's natural connection with it, we relax and start asking ourselves deeper questions like, why am I really here? What's the most enlightened thing I can do with my time? What can I do to live out my life's mission? And when we are feeling into our sweet, supportive spiritual connection, we instantly stop complaining. Let go of our demanding, abrasive ego and start appreciating what is. And awakening the God source within is quite simple and really boils down to giving up our resistance to our connection with it. As we investigate further inside ourselves, we can find places where we could start relaxing more about life and opening our hearts to trusting in life more and more and more. The God source is everywhere. There is no place or time that you can find to escape from it. The task, then, is all about letting go of our resistance to its great unending love. Once saw a bumper sticker that said, "Life is the school and love is the lesson." When we open the heart to trusting in the energy of deep eternal love, we begin learning the most important lesson we are here to learn. And that is how to fully embrace, accept, and appreciate who and what we really are. Gods. We were not born to just tolerate our lives. We are here to celebrate, love, and embrace everyone and everything in it. And when we stop dwelling on how we are wronged, how messed up we are, or wounded we are by our past, we create a space for love to come in. Then we can start using our creative energy to enjoy feeling how deeply and eternal loved we are, and amazing it is to be alive. Many of us take that totally for granted. The secret to awakening, the great God source within, begins with a sincere willingness to let in love. That's why I always say at the end of these meditations, allow the magic to flow in, allow the love to flow in. To trust love, to allow love whenever given, and welcome the vibration of feeling lovable. And this willingness is what allows us to stop defending and protecting ourselves from any possibility of future pain. We forget to be afraid of life, of people, of taking risks, of creating intimacy, and getting hurt again. With just a little willingness to let in deep eternal love, we begin feeling more open, vulnerable, and excited to allow even more amazing and abundant experiences into our lives. This willingness to let in love is a huge step. And with it, we will realize just how beautiful, childlike, and tremendously innocent we truly are. This life is the greatest school there is. And it always is going to be teaching us what we most need to know about ourselves. Join me in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. And an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still, relaxed into your body, focused on your breath rising and falling. This world is your mirror. Your responses in relation to every being on this planet reflects your inner consciousness. This mirror is always present, always reflecting what you most need to know, allowing you to observe, learn, and grow on your soul's path to angelic development. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning. We will return here Friday, October 31, Halloween, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call, and after 9:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our reverse aging health call and all the rest. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's going on within you or outside of you. Open your heart and allow the magic to flow in.